As we continue this dialogue, we're going to go to the BCSI Associates Hotline. Spencer Nealy, Aggie legend, joining the show. What's up, Spencer?
Sorry, y'all can't see my beautiful face, but Zoom is not working for me.
Hey, no worries, my friend. I got really excited when I said your name there, so I apologize for the overexcitement.
Hey, I got really excited when you sent me the Facebook message.
Yeah, man. We're like 12-year-old. If you had a MySpace page, I would have gone there too, my friend. That's what I would have done. So let's talk.
Hey, I think I still do.
Uh-oh. I'm going to the Google machine here in a moment. Spencer, we've been going back and forth about, the future of the SEC, Texas, Oklahoma joining, the messaging. Some people thinking A&M may be scared of Texas joining the conference. As a former player, you're going to speak for every player that's ever played. You guys scared of Texas?
God, no. Oh, come on. Why would we ever be scared of them? Screw them. If they want to come in and join the party, bring it on, and we'll whoop their asses to the point where they're just like Arkansas. I'm tired of them trying to, interject in everything that we do. They screwed up. They created that bogus network that nobody watches. I think I've watched it one time at a friend's house in Austin, and it was stupid. And now they think they can come in here, get on the SEC network and try to win some games. They're already not winning in the Big 12. Just let us have another free victory, and I'll take it. That's why I want them to come in.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think that's been the messaging from the players, current players, former players. Like, fans had their reservations, and for obvious reason. Like, we see the advantage, the recruiting advantage and the spotlight advantage of being in the SEC, the only Texas school. But if they're going to come in, whatever. Texas always recruits well anyway. We recruit well anyway. Let's just settle on the field.
Exactly. Well, and we owe them. I'd kind of agree with the people who are against it if we would have won the last game, but we haven't. And we at least owe them one more victory before we completely, squash the rivalry. But I think it's going to be good. I think after we beat them a few years in a row, any sort of recruiting, impact that they could potentially pose is going to be, blown away because people are going to want to win. And also, it's not like College Station's a small market anymore. Still a small town, but, I'd much rather live there if I was a kid in Texas than Austin. So, we just keep doing our thing, and we'll take them to the schoolyard and whoop their asses,
I love the way you talk, Spencer.
But I'm excited for it. Well, everyone around San Antonio, there's a lot of Longhorns, man, and they're, everyone's kind of quiet about it. And I hate hearing the one thing I hate the most is that they always say, well, a lot of Aggies don't want the rivalry back. I'm like, because we were done really dirty by them, and they have good reason for that. But at the same time, why don't we just play them and kick their asses every time we play them? And think about the game. When that game comes back, you are going to need the lines to get the tickets are going to be out the door. It's going to be so electric and epic. And then we're going to win by 50 because Jimbo Fisher has the best defense, best running game in the SEC. Texas can't even what do they have? We are going to literally, we might run 600 yards on them. And it's an exciting time. And, I spent a few years where Texas and Oklahoma beat us. So I'm really eager to, now that it's like, we got a new engine. We're ready to just run laps around them, So this is good. This is good.
Well, Spencer, I've always maintained that the difference really is the coaching. If you've got a Jimbo Fisher, you are going to be an elite program regardless of what conference you're in and whatnot. Yes, we're in the SEC. Yes, we're going to compete. Yes, we want Alabama. We want Auburn. We want all the schools. The difference to me is Sark has improved it as a head coach, and Jimbo has tenfold.
Yeah. I mean, I will tell you, I'll be the first to admit, I'm always skeptical. You got to be. I think it's because I spent way too much money to go to school where they train you to think, pessimistically at law school. I mean, not A&M. A&M, I was super optimistic, but no, I mean, it really is incredible with what he's done. He literally, I remember my first coach's night. He said exactly, what he's done. He said, "Give me 4 years, and I'm going to have a ground and pound team with a damn good defense." And I mean, that's the coolest part. I don't want to see 50-point games, 50-point game races where, we're winning by 2 points or something like that. I want to see us completely obliterate our opponent by just out physical in them. And it's a really exciting time. And, but the thing is, it all comes from somewhere. It started back in when Sherman was here. We don't get to this opportunity if it doesn't, all of this stuff doesn't happen. And, that's the cool part about it is we lose that Texas game, which creates a new coaching regime, which comes out of nowhere. And we just start just coming onto the scene, and not for that Texas game. And now that we're back, we're going to play Texas and beat the crap out of them. I mean, it's coming in full circle now, and then championship, and oh man, it's going to be, I'm so excited for fall. I don't got any AC in my truck. I'm sweating my butt off. And that's how I know fall is coming. It's like fall camp all over again, So, it's just, I want to play Texas now. Like, let's do it. Let them in.
I love that.
It's good times, man.
Hey, Spencer, I love your thinking there. So you brought up Coach Sherman, and I think he's somebody who's often forgotten in what helped get the program to the next step, from Coach Sherman to Kevin to now to Jimbo. Just why do you guys, or what was it about Coach Sherman that you really felt set that foundation up for future success?
I mean, he had a real eye for talent, quality of player. He made the best out of, he brought the best out of you. And, like I've always said, circumstances it's really unexplainable with what happened. We'd have good practices. The team rapport was great. It's just, you really can't explain it. And his foundation that he laid was perfect for Coach Sumlin to come in. Now, I think it just sucks because, we are Aggies, and, we get really excited, and after that 2012 SEC year, I mean, you think about 2011 where every game was a heartbreak, to 2012 and every game is just insane. We're the SEC, the culture's changed. I always tell people, the craziest part about the SEC is, overnight, it's like your personality flips. It's like we joined the country club. We worked so hard, and now we're dressed in a certain way. Tailgates are different. We've got this sort of our chests are higher. We're much more confident, and unfortunately, we didn't handle it the best. A lot of the guys that we recruited, were phenomenal football players. We were always number one in the recruiting. It's just you need to fence it in and maintain, humble and hard work. And that's the Texas A&M motto. You can never get too far ahead of yourself. Leave that to the Longhorns. Let them do that. But for us, you just have to, maintain the status quo and just know that farmers fight, man. We're always going to be that team. And Jimbo Fisher has really doubled down on that. I couldn't be more proud to be an Aggie right now. It's incredible. But, it really all everyone has done a really good job from from the beginning. I mean, and you also think about this. You look at Coach Fran's years. Some of the players were incredible. I mean, I always joke around. I'm like, these guys, I never would have played. I mean, they were just so good. So it really is just about attitude and the culture that you have in there. And Jimbo's definitely brought the perfect blend of 90s, R.C. Slocum, 2000s and modern era and created the perfect blend that, man, I tell you, I think we're going to win a national championship. It's scary to think. I'm getting chills, man. Thanks a lot. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to court today. I'm so jacked up. So, I mean, it's good stuff, man.
So you say you think they're going to win a national championship. We're going to win a national championship. How close is that? Are you thinking this year? Are you thinking we're 2 years away? What do you think?
Well, Jimbo always said 4 years. And, I mean, I don't see why we can't win this year. Why not? Alabama, we don't really know much about what they've got going on. The SEC's kind of down. We didn't really lose much. We have all our key players. Our quarterback, that's the best part about having a great running game is we have a new quarterback coming in that we don't know how he's going to perform. Well, he's not going to have to perform right away because we got a great running game that he can just piggyback off of. And if whoever plays quarterback, whether it's Calzada or King, I mean, dude, even better, So right now with just our running game and our defense, we can easily win it. And so if you add that on to a phenomenal quarterback performance, I mean, the schedule is there. We have it set. Last year it was set, and we did it. We kind of got a little gypped, man. Everyone knows we got gypped, and but that's the politics in it, Keep politics out of football, but unfortunately, we don't live in that world, and that's why I've always hated those teams that get too much love that's undeserved. But this year, I really believe it, man. LSU, we don't know. Mississippi's, they're always beatable. They're never that great. Arkansas is Arkansas. I don't want to be too harsh on them, but I mean, it's time. It is time. So bring it on, man. I'll see you at the parade.
I love it, Spencer. We got a text as we have to hit the break here, but it says, coming from Landon, driving around the hood today, just getting hyped listening to Spencer. You have made us all feel very good about the future because I think we all feel what you're feeling, but you verbalized it, man. Thanks so much for joining us here on TexAgs, and can't wait to catch up with you during the season.
Thanks for having me, and it's a pleasure to have our first conversation, man. I was excited to hear about the new hire. You're doing awesome, and I can't wait to talk further and watch some Aggie football, baby.
Let's do it, man.
Go. All right, I'll talk to y'all later.
Take care.